stacks up in here. Whole stacks. Cheers, YouTube. What is going on? Johnny Boomboxer here. And how many of y'all like Rockstars or Monster drinks? Pure zero, zero sugar, and on top of my pre-workout and my morning fat burner, I started drinking these bad boys in the afternoon, and they got 10 calories, 370 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of carbs, 0 sugars, niacin, B6, B12, and taurine, 2,000 milligrams, caffeine, 160 milligrams, inositol, 50 milligrams, ginseng, 50 milligrams, garna seed extract, 50 milligrams, taurine, 2,000 milligrams. So that there gets you pretty revved up, especially when you're driving through traffic and you need that competitive edge to get by all the Nimrods. so yeah, I'm just at the park in my city here. It's next to the river valley, and kind of keeping in the city here because I actually do appreciate not wasting all my gas. I'm trying to keep my money tight, and even to the point where I'm not going out to eat at all. My diet right now is very simple, and I go to Safeway and get some ham that's all sliced up, and today that's what I had with a few carrots, and after a 16-hour fast, and now I'm having my Rockstar, and I popped an ephedrine with that. It's a nasal decongestant, so it clears you up and kind of gets you a little more wired, and it's a guilty pleasure, I guess, but I'm a little bit of an extremist, so I like to go all out and get shredded. So this is my month to get peeled, and when I say peeled, I mean like 4% body fat, and striations in the chest, in the shoulders, you know what I mean, and just ripped to the bone and bone dry. And I love doing, when I do something, I guess my dad was like that. He said, if you're gonna do something, don't do it half-assed. So every time I pick a hobby or I do something, I always say every person should have a good handful of things that you enjoy, 3, 4, 5 things, and stick to those things. Write them down if you have to. Those 5 things, make that your bread and butter, and pick 2 or 3 of those that you want to dedicate some time to. And I tell you, go all out, do it to the extreme, take it to that competitive edge, take it that much further than anybody else. It gives you a strong feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction, and it keeps you focused on doing something positive, something good. So I'm gonna hit some posing for you guys and show you what's going on. Okay. So I was gonna do some posing for you guys, and I did for like 20 minutes. Made a video on it, but the lighting, I just can't get the lighting right. And on top of that, my body is exhausted right now. And I haven't had carbs in 3 days, so I'm flat and I'm retaining water. And I think I look like shit. That's all part of the process when you're dieting, to get extremely shredded. You're not going to see pictures of bodybuilders during that phase when they look like shit. I mean, if they're huge, like 260 pounds, 230 pounds, and they're posing and they're flat and they're retaining water, you're going to be able to tell. But they're still going to look huge. When you're a lighter guy like me, like 210 pounds, and you're flat and you're retaining water, you know, you got to realize bodybuilding is an illusion. So, you know, on a t-shirt, yeah, to the average guy who's standing next to Joe Schmo, I'm going to look buff and I'm going to look huge and cut and everything else. But when you're posing and you're retaining water and you're flat, you're going to lose your cuts because you're going to have that film of water going. So it's just useless. So I decided just to trash the video, and I'm going to do another posing video. I'm going to do a posing video for you guys when I'm at the gym with better lighting and I'm carved up and everything else. So I'm still at the spot now. This is my second meal. It's had my first meal at 12:30, which is about 8 ounces of ham and 2 carrots. 2 carrots. And this is what I got to do, man. And I'm not even going to buy groceries. I'm going to eat all this canned tuna and canned salmon and canned crap that I have for the next couple weeks, and eat carrots and broccoli. It's not fun. I'm going to look like shit because I'm going to be flat but you know, this is what you got to do to get down to like 4% body fat. It's a mental mind game. So yeah, so I'm eating the canned sardines here. I had 2. I had 1 can of the Kipperts, and there's these are the lemon ones, and there's 19 grams of protein in that, and there's 19 grams of protein in this, so that's going to give me 40 grams of protein. And I'm going to have my 3 carrots here. Lots of fun. Yeah. Check out this knife I got. This is like a machete. This is for hacking through bushes. You know, when Jason's chasing you with his chainsaw. And if any psycho's chasing me, I'm simply gonna pull this out and turn the game around and chase him. Oh, this is a pretty nice knife here. I got a Canadian Tire. Got a saw there, and that's flipping sharp. That is really sharp. Want to have knives, even if you're a female. You know, this is good for just hacking off. If you're in an area, say you want to put your tent and you're in the bushes and you want to hack off branches and twigs real quick and get her done, maybe saw off a couple, use those twigs to build a shelter. Try to have some survival stuff in your van. You know, be prepared for if your van breaks down. You don't want to have to depend on anybody. You want to have extra food in your cargo carrier, dry goods, canned goods. If you're into fitness and training, you want to have tons of canned ham, canned salmon, canned tuna, and 18 gallons of water. And I got a water UV light that you stir your water with, and it deteriorates all the bacteria in water. So if you find drinking water, you can use that. And the little green light turns on when it's good, and then you can filter it with your bandana, and then you can boil it after. You can put iodine tablets in there. But the thing of it is, anybody can be homeless, but it's not homeless. You got survival skills, you got nothing to worry about. You just got to put on your Rambo hat. You got to put on your Rambo mentality. So I got an axe, I got a hatchet in my tent. I just got 2 tarps. I got bug spray. I got a hat with a net for mosquitoes. I got ropes. I got bungee cords. My tarps are camouflage, and I got lanterns. I got a flashlight. I got extra sleeping bags. I got hiking boots, extra hiking boots. I mean, that's in a minivan. So be prepared for anything. You know, I always say, if shit really hits the fan, like really hits the fan, and you got to drive your van off into the bush, and even if you're out of gas, think of your van as like a little tiny home, a cabin. You can still use your van to sleep in. You can still use your van as a shelter. You may not have gas to go anywhere, but that's your little tiny home now. You got that thing driven into the bushes. You know, you camouflage it a little bit. Who's to say you can't, man? Who's to say you can't? This is our land, man. God's country. And if a guy has to survive, who says you got to be laying on some street corner in front of a 7-Eleven or in a back alley next to a garbage can? No, man. That's bullshit. Learn how to have the tools to go and survive in the woods. And if push comes to shove and you end up out there, your natural human survival skills will kick in. And you'll do what you have to do. Just stay calm, don't panic, rationalize, and do what you have to do at every given moment. Oh yeah, and I got 2 cans of bear spray, $50 each. A little expensive, and each can only has 1 squirt. So if bear comes at you, got to squirt that right in his eyes. But very important when you're out in the bush too, you don't want to have your food around your sight. So I'm sitting here eating fish right now. There's no bears around here. But if I was out in the mountains or in a heavily wooded area with no people where there's bears lurking around, this I'm going to want to dispose of right away. Okay, this is a can and it's got fish oil in there, so what am I going to do with it? There's no garbages around. I'm in the forest. Well, what I would do is I would maybe clean it out really good in a running stream of water. Just get rid of the fishy smell, and then you got a can. And I mean, you can always just create a little burial, you know, for all your can stuff, and then just cover it with dirt after, and eventually it's metal, it's going to disintegrate, it's going to rust and go into the ground. Yeah, man. A little tidbit there. That's it. That's all YouTube. Oh, and little writing. Have a little notebook. You know, write down your thoughts. Doesn't matter what your thoughts are. Just write them down. Get to know yourself. Well, now we got good lighting. Well, actually, front double bicep. Yeah. Until next time, you two. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Take care. Yeah.